You recently met a Doberman named Zeta here on Doberman Planet. She's just a gorgeous black and rust Doberman puppy, along with her owners, Michael and Jackie. And if you missed it, that video will be linked to in the description down below. But now it's about a month and a half later, and Zeta is right in the middle of her very critical socialization phase. So today, we're gonna go on 2 really cool adventures with Michael and Jackie and their dog Zeta to cram in just a ton of new experiences into Zeta's day that is just so critical to do for a young Doberman puppy of her age. So, yep, last time we saw Michael and Jackie, they were definitely in the honeymoon phase with their new Doberman puppy. Have things changed? Well, let's go see.
Hey everyone. Well, yes. The last time you guys saw us here with Zeta on Doberman Planet, we were definitely still in the honeymoon phase.
Will you please make me the happiest man on earth and get a Doberman with me?
Oh my God, yes, yes.
Ah, smooch.
Since then, life with a new Doberman has definitely gotten really real.
Zeta, no. Get out of the flowers. No. Right now, we are in her critical socialization window, so we're doing our absolute best to get her out there and in front of as many new people and in as many new dogs as possible. It's going pretty well, but one thing that did hold us up in the beginning were her vaccines. So, obviously there's a ton of information out there, everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but for us, what we thought was best was to wait until she had had her first round of vaccines. So as many of you already know, puppies get rounds of vaccines, and if we had waited for all of them, then it really just would have taken too long and she would not have gotten the socialization as early as she needed it.
So it was important for us to really build her confidence around strangers, as she is a bit timid and really growing on suspicious of people. The timidness is something we're working on. We're really gonna build her confidence, and actually that's something we're gonna bring you along with us to do. We're gonna go right now to a local dairy bar and we're going to bring her along. It is dog friendly, so come along with us and you're gonna get to see firsthand what it's like to socialize a Doberman. So guys, we're here at Kimballs. It's our local ice cream bar where they are dog friendly. So we're gonna walk up, get some ice creams and socialize Zeta.
Yep, we'll be here for about an hour, like you said, grab some ice cream, let Zeta sniff around. Definitely she's gonna meet a lot of people here. Hopefully some people will have brought their dogs as well. So let's get to it.
She's 4.5 months.
4 months.
She wants to play so bad. Look what I have. You're trying to What is her name?
Zeta.
Zeta.
You're all right.
Oh.
Hey, come here.
Hey! Hi, you with your big paws. Hey! I'm gonna pat you first.
She just wants to play with us. We had so much fun at Kimballs tonight. Zeta got to meet plenty of new people and another dog. She was really, really good. Socializing her has been quite a success so far, and we are excited for what's next.
Yep, time to head to the lake. We've invited a bunch of friends up, but more importantly, that means there's a lot of action for Zeta. There might even be a dog. So, stay tuned. Let's go. so we are at the lake now. We have invited a group of people, 6 friends who are gonna be up here, none of which have ever interacted with Zeta, so it should be a really great chance to see how she interacts with a whole new group of people. One of them is also gonna be bringing up their dog. She's a 3-year-old German Shepherd mix, so should be interesting, should be a good chance for her to be able to hopefully make a good friend.
We're really excited to see Zeta's response to this dog and all these new people. She's never spent really a lot of time around big dogs. Not that Callie's huge, but she's definitely bigger than Zeta right now. And Zeta's comfort zone is puppies and small dogs like the Frenchies you saw last time. So we're gonna bring you along for the ride. Let's do this.
This weekend has been a ton of fun. Socializing Zeta was a success. We got off to a little bit of a slow start. She's a little apprehensive to meet new people. She's definitely a Doberman. She's suspicious, I think, just, you know, when she first gets to meet you, she doesn't want to be your best friend right away, but that's okay. I think she did really, really good. There was quite a few people here, a lot of new people to meet, but she did really great. We're proud of her.
Yeah, with people, she's doing great. With dogs, especially bigger dogs, there's still some room for improvement. If you think about it, that kind of makes sense. She's only 4 months old, so her entire life, all she's ever known are small dogs. The other puppies in her litter, and even now at home, she's just around the 2 little French bulldogs that you saw in our first video. So that does make sense. We're kind of hoping that she grows out of that, both as she physically grows and as her confidence continues to grow, that she'll be able to kind of sit there and do more of the classic Doberman stoic stare at you and wait for you to make your move rather than her backing away or whining or acting in fear of any kind. So hopefully that changes. We're definitely gonna keep introducing her to more dogs, but as you saw pretty quickly, about 15-20 minutes after they met, her and Callie were best friends and they played the entire weekend. She's absolutely worn out. She's gonna sleep the entire car ride home. So we're about to pack things up, head back home, and we're gonna get real with you guys on some stuff that we could definitely be doing better with her, some areas of improvement we're looking to make with her, as well as just some lessons that we have learned along the way. So let's get to it.
Let's get you home, girl.
So we're back from the lake. As you can see, Zeta's still knocked out. She's got a ton of socialization in this weekend. It's been going great with her. She's made a lot of improvement. As you guys saw, she's still got a lot of room for improvement as well. But overall, she's been making a lot of progress. She's still super young. She's got a great little disposition and everyone that meets her loves her. So overall, things are looking pretty good. It was super cool to see how her demeanor changed over the weekend. When she met our friends, like we mentioned, there's that initial suspicion, but then once she realized that we were comfortable with him, she immediately relaxed as well. Struggles. So nipping has got to be the #1 struggle that we started with and still have almost just as bad. She has made some progress for sure, and she nips at Jackie more so than me, but still she'll nip at us just randomly. She'll get excited. So it's a little bit frustrating. We try and always have a toy around. We got one right over there in case she starts getting that way. If we don't have one around to put in her mouth and praise her and say, yes, this is what you should be chewing on. If we don't have that, then we usually just get up and walk away so that she knows that nipping equals playtime or cuddle time over. Another area that was a bit of a struggle, not so much anymore, was potty training. So for the first 2 weeks, it was pretty tough. I mean, there's no real other way to put it. We would try and pay attention to her as much as possible. We would even take her out and have failed attempts. So like we felt like we were taking her out more than was necessary, but then she would still have those mistakes inside and it got really, really frustrating. But we stuck with it. After the first 2 weeks, she got to where she was pretty good. And that honestly is where the struggles continued because we felt like, okay, she's pretty close to being potty trained. We can take our eye off of her a little bit. Nope, not the case. So you definitely got to keep an eye on them longer than you think you have to. Another thing that kind of played into that struggle was that we weren't really paying attention to her signs, or at least we weren't interpreting them the way that we should have. So now it's pretty easy because she'll just sit at the door and we know. But she didn't always do that. She would whine, but she would do it on the couch. So we'd be like, oh, does she want attention? Should we play with her? And then she would pee right in front of us. So learning her signals was really the key to getting that down. And right now, thankfully, we are no longer struggling with that. She's fully potty trained. She hasn't had an accident in the house in a long time. But for the first few weeks, boy, was it a struggle.
Guys, Michael and Jackie did just awesome socializing Zeta at both of these two places, these new experiences for her at a time when it mattered most. And did you notice, by the way, when Michael and Zeta were approaching Kimballs, that dairy bar, and Zeta got a little bit hesitant, and Michael instantly stopped. He encouraged her, but he stopped, and he didn't force her into a situation where she was uncomfortable. That was so perfect on Michael's part. He didn't force her in there. He made sure that this was a good experience overall and let Zeta go at her own pace. That way, she's not scared of these experiences down the road. And he even practiced a lot of commands with Zeta while he was in public, and there's a lot of distractions around it, which is another perfect thing to do. It gets her focus on Michael, on her owner, and really just helps build that bond as well. Michael and Jackie were also very candid about some of the struggles they were having, such as the potty training thing. You know, learning your dog's signs and cues are important. You know, certainly you should take your dog out at those key times, you know, right after eating or drinking, right after playing, right after sleeping, or before going to sleep. Those are key times to take your Doberman puppy out to go potty. But you should also learn the signs that they give out when they have to go to the bathroom. Really anything out of the ordinary, anything unusual, you should really take note of. If they get up and walk out to a different room by themselves, that's a very common one. Start crying and pacing in circles. They're sniffing with their head down, or any kind of looking like they're shifting the gears and suddenly acting a little differently, crying while sitting on the couch in Zeta's case. Any of those things, they may seem subtle when you're in the moment, but don't forget to take those serious, because that could be the sign that they're about to go to the bathroom. Also, when you're seeing progress, don't let up. Keep going with the potty training a little bit longer than you think you need to, because you really got to build that habit, and Dobermans love to have a strong habit ingrained in them. Thank you guys for checking in with Zeta today here on Doberman Planet. We will definitely have them back again. In the meantime, make sure you're subscribed down below and hit that bell icon as well so you don't miss any of the great Doberman Planet videos here, where we have a lot of fun, we see some cool Dobermans, and of course, we learn more about the breed every single week. So we just get to be better owners every week as we go along. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys. I'll see you next week.